Florida State football fans, your season is over, but you already knew that about 2 games ago. But there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel and a confirmation that DJU was in fact just one of the worst quarterbacks in college football history. But this team is also one of the worst in all of college football history. Look, I'm not going to talk a lot about Clemson. Clemson's on a heater. I told y'all they were going to blow them out. What we're going to do in this video is kind of talk about some of the bright spots at FSU game. Obviously talk about the game, look at the box score. The game is currently still on right now, but I mean, when we get into the reason why I'm making this video so early, you'll understand that as well. And of course, we'll read some of my comments of my prediction video and kind of get into that. And of course, there's plenty of memes to get into. So first things first, appreciate y'all watching these videos. Hope you enjoy it. Like if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy college football videos. Hopping right into it. What's at stake here from Florida State? Actually, I'm about to turn myself off. I want you to read this. What's at stake? Restores hope and respect. Florida State is at the bottom of the barrel right now when it comes to programs in general. And Clemson, I think, just scored again. And it's not looking absolutely phenomenal for this season. This season's a wash. This season is absolutely cooked. Good thing for Clemson, y'all are catching a heater at a really good time. The ACC is looking pretty decent. The only bad thing is because of Alabama completely choking on Vandy's Cocker Spaniel, your loss is looking even worse. But that's not important right now. Clemson, do what y'all need to do. Continue winning. Handle the ACC. Do what y'all do. We'll see you in the playoffs. FSU, Brock Glenn, because I think that's all y'all want to talk about, right? Because if y'all watch the same game that we watched, some of the things and some of the comments that a lot of you guys have been leaving under my videos about, hey, it's not just DJU. Like, DJU is bad, right? But it's not just him, and I've been cooperating those things. I agree. I think the play calling, especially on the offensive side, has been abysmal, and then on the defensive side, the execution just has been terrible. They just don't want to really tackle. It's a bunch of. It reminds me of the Texas A&M squads. Obviously, a bunch of transfers. What was it, 4 or 5 years ago? The Jimbos, the prime Jimbo, Texas A&M squads, right? Like those were very much so heavy transfer, big guys, you know what I'm saying? It seems like they cost a few dollars back then, even though it was pre-NIL, but they just wouldn't amount to anything when it comes to the actual production, you know what I'm saying? Might even go to the NFL, do those things. I think that's what you're getting from Florida State too, right? You're getting a lot of high names and a lot of high schools, but there's not a lot of high execution on that defensive side of the football. And then we go on the offensive side. Again, there's just – I don't think the offensive coordinator was trying to get DJU a chance. I really don't think it was. I talked about that a while ago, how he doesn't really get a lot of chance. Like DJU has a cannon for an arm, right? And he just, I don't feel like got the chance to really work it out and work the backside of the field, not backside, but, you know, try to spread the field and really take shots the way he could. But we go to Brock Glenn. And I gotta tell you, man, for a 3-1 team, what is it? Sorry, a 1-4 team, about to be 1-5. He's coming in with some moxie, little swagger. I know that's what the announcer said. They said they had a little moxie, but I think most importantly, the fact that you come to a game like that and you execute and you want to execute in the way that you're doing, I think that says a lot about Brock Glenn. I think there was like Brock Glenn a chance within the stadium as well. So the light at the end of the tunnel is Brock. If you maybe this would be crazy if you let him play there for a year and develop and then come back and play at the same place so he has continuity, a familiarity, right? And he can grow within an offensive scheme. I know that's crazy in modern college football, but that would be great. I don't know why we expected DJU. We expect all these quarterbacks to just plug and play and get dropped into these new systems and be perfect. And it's just like, not only does DJU have lead in both of his shoes and is the slowest, most unathletic, most feathery-ish 250-pound quarterback I've ever seen in the college football level, but also the offensive coordinator is just balling them up. And then we get to this offensive line. Are there some – where are the I might have to go to the team stats. Where are the I want to show you something. It doesn't have it. Oh, it doesn't. It's not, I want to see how many times he was sacked, because by God, Mr. Brock was running around there with his head chopped off. I mean, oh well, I can just look at their sacks. How many sacks? Okay, only 2 sacks. It felt like a lot of more pressures. It felt like he was moving off a little bit more, but it also felt like he was making some good decisions though. But that offensive line just was not helping anything. It wasn't looking great, and I do want to say that the team seemed a little bit more. This team seemed like they wanted to win this game, but they just didn't have it. And I think that is kind of the saddest thing is in the other weeks, it seemed like a team that didn't want to win the game, that didn't have it, and all those things combined. But this seemed like with the new Brock Glenn, well, you know what I'm saying, with the emergence of Mr. Brock, it seemed like people were a little more charged up, a little more energized. That resulted into as much as it could be. I don't think this is a well-coached team. I don't think this is a schemed-up team. I think Mike Norvell has been in a perpetual state of shock since Georgia took their balls and just, ranged them across his nose. I don't think he's a bad football coach, but I do think he was dealt a weird hand here. When you ride the wave of transfer portals, just like Colorado, just like Texas A&M, just like as we're seeing with all these different transfer portals, you can reach in there and pull out a Cam Ward, or you can reach in there and pull out a Will Howard, or you can reach out and pull out a Kyle McCord. All those aren't that bad, but if you reach in and pull a DJU and your offensive coordinator has been scratching his nuts for the last 3 years, I don't know what that's going to really all amount to. You feel me? So this team as a whole, FSU fans, but y'all know this, is abysmal. So it's hard to really say, oh, DJU was bad. Was he mid? Yeah, but I don't think he was given a lot of opportunities. Brock Glenn came with a different swagger, a different moxie, a different confidence that really made this team look different than they've seemed all season long. Even in that opening drive in Ireland, they didn't, this type of energy, excitement, wanting to win and like a tenacity for it. Have not seen that. So, we shall see how this ends and how everything ends up there. But let's get into a few memes and wrap up and listen to how some of the FSU players, and this is first off, one thing, shout out to the FSU. I mean, and if y'all don't know, FSU was the first. I think this was the end zone. This was the this is the side of the end zone. So this was the first game I went to, the first live college football game I went to. So I was in this state a little higher though. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't balling like that. I was like higher up in this area. And this was the first ever live college football game. So I got a special place for old Doak or what's it called? Dokey? The Florida State stadium. Okay. It's a nice place. It's a cool place. It's a nice place. Very nice fans as well. I know you wouldn't expect that from a Tallahassee party school, but to be honest with you, they're a very nice bunch. They're just too hammered to care. And at the end of the day, they're here showing up and they have such passionate fans. And I think that's what makes this whole thing a lot sadder, right? This isn't Colorado failing. Like, I never understood why people were like trying to jump up and down. Actually, I guess I this is the reason why people were so excited to crap on Colorado, because they perceive it as to not have any fans, right? But with FSU, we're making fun of it as like a man. Y'all had all these fans. Like, y'all have all this passionate. Y'all have been chest out when I was winning national champions, when you wasn't. Like, it's been like that for a while, and to see y'all, supporting the scum that's putting out there. And obviously, this is all like roped off, so they can't even sit that high. Supporting the terrible footballness that's been putting out there. I'm gonna tell you, but this is what we mean by, and by the way, this is like the only way that we can do film, and we can look at look at plays. And this is how we do it. Boop, boop, boop. Now, what I'm gonna show you is double coverage. Okay, we got double coverage. Phenomenal, right? Great. You know what I'm saying? Now, where this ends up though, it is I think the biggest issue here, because we go here. I don't know if the turf monster got him, if a ghost, the sniper in 13B got to him, but he goes from perfect prime position. We're looking at, like, what is he looking at the ball? Because if he's right here looking at the ball, okay, so we're backpedaling, looking at the ball, because you can't get PI if you're looking at the ball and you're trying to get the ball. So all right, boom. So we see the ball. Now, all right, now we're we're catching a punt right here, boys. Hey, it can't be any easier than that. Go up and get it. Go up and get it, right? Why are you hitting the stanky leg? What happened? What is going through his mind? But better yet, he does that. He's got time to adjust and do it. He's just looking at him. I don't know how he's already lost track of the ball that he was just tracking. He's in a full sprint at him, at his teammate. Yo, I just want you to know, watch this play at full speed when you can in copyright-free environments, because when you see it in full, it's like, oh, that sucks, that's crazy, but it's not that bad. Seeing it in slow motion and seeing the way that his body is nowhere at all in a position to make a play on the football or even the catching the football, I'm not understanding that. So he got too excited. He slipped, I guess. Now he's back up. He's just been chilling back there, dog. He's took 15 steps. This month it took 15 steps. Thought about it, turned around, jumped, caught a pass. He's taken 2 steps. That's it. He's like, whoa. He's fumbled forward for a little bit. I just want y'all to see. Look where this starts at, man. The ball is in the air as we speak, and these motherfuckers is lost. So this is what I mean. This, of course, is a catch because look at him, dog. He's not like I was like, maybe it's just because I'm pausing it at the wrong time, dog. You got to add context to the clip. It's been 3 steps of you running here. Get the ball, or try to hit him as he catches the. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a football savant, but you're not even if you want. All right, I'm gonna hit him with a hard hit. You're still not in position to hit him. You're in position to hit him, your teammate, because he's out there just playing safety. Okay, so he come down. Did you? And then, oh my God, oh my days. The fact that you were only off by that much, I just don't get it. I feel like if we make more of a beeline here, maybe we end up on this outside shoulder instead of olaying this inside shoulder. If we're just a step here, if we're just here. But no, you know what we do. This who's just been sitting and looking at the ball the whole time cracks him, but it's mostly his fault for being there. And then they think about life. They get knocked down, and then this man who was in double coverage runs unscathed, untouched. Ladies and gentlemen, for all the hate that DJU has gotten, and again continues to get, this team is a dumpster fire, dog. So if you're an FSU fan, I'm sorry. Like, I'm really, really sorry. Your team has given me a phenomenal experience that, is always going to be special for me and my love for the game of football. But right now, y'all going through some times, right? So you got to buckle up. Buckle up, son. Like this video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football. Leave a comment and predict FSU. Wait a minute. Speaking of comments, I didn't read y'all's comments. We got some time. All right. Boom. Hopefully they give him a medical red shirt and he could bow out at East Carolina next year. That is embarrassing. Also and funny. But if you don't know, DJU was actually benched because of he had an injury on his throwing arm. So it was less of him being bad, which again he probably should have. The way Brock Glenn was playing, like he had a pulse. He probably should have been benched a long time ago. So it could be possible that if he gets a medical red shirt and do that, that's what I was talking about in one of my other videos. I don't know the specifics on that. He has played like 4 games, so I don't know how that's working. DJO will be a hell of a car salesman. Anyone who can fail to the degree that he has and still convince 3 different colleges to give him a shot has to be one hell of a salesman. I can't argue against that. I should add that Clemson's defense isn't bad. It's just that they have because I was talking that hot mess about what's it called, defense. Hello guys, man, I am so sorry y'all got DJU. I would not wish that hell on an enemy. Go Clemson. Them Clemson fans out here. I said thank you. With Clemson finally catching their stride, this game for FSU couldn't come at a worse time. As you see, it couldn't come at a worse time. What's it called? I was looking at the shopping stats in 3 quarters since, I don't know what he's talking about. Only 5 games too late, but better late than never. Talking about him getting benched. But yeah, man, I'm a Noles fan. Brock is not good. Okay, this is a Noles fan. He played against Louisville last year, and he had an elite talent all around him. Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson, Jaheim Bell, Trey Benson, all NFL guys, and he couldn't do anything. Threw for a grand total of 55 yards. The team won't be any better tomorrow night. This season is a wash. It's over. We are winning a grand total of 2 games this season. That's a high bar. But again, you get in the comments and tell me what you think Florida State's going to finish out for the rest of their season. I told you to like it. I told you to dislike it. I told you to subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching these videos. We'll see you next time. Peace.